do 2 escapes for 12 weeks, believe me, we're going to be adding layers to it. So let's look at the base position to start with. So from here, we're going to be flat on our back. Most times when you do the UPA escape, you're going to be chopping an arm and then rolling the guy over. Probably the most main mistake is when people tie up the arm, they just try to bridge the person to their side. Okay? We want to be bridging the person over our head. Okay? The first thing we're thinking about is we will tie up the arm. We will, if I'm going to bridge my opponent over my left shoulder, I'm going to put my right ear in my right shoulder and I'm going to physically look over my shoulder behind me. So now when I'm bridging, my head doesn't get in the way. If you don't do this movement, what's going to happen is you go for the bridge and your head gets in the way. And some people's heads are bigger than others, which is probably why they can't do the escape. But anyway, we're going to bring our right ear into our shoulder, okay, and then we're going to look over our shoulder. The second thing that goes wrong is we bring our feet towards our butt, as close to our butt as we can, and then we'll push off 2 feet. But then you get to the point where I can't go any higher with 2 feet. So the detail is, when I push and I can't get any higher, I'm going to physically lift my right foot off the mat and keep driving with my left. Okay? So 2 things we're thinking about. 1, I need angle. And if you put your ear in your shoulder and look over your shoulder, you will have angle. Okay? The second thing is, I'm pushing with my hips. Okay? Now the problem is, when most people bridge, they're pushing with 2 feet, they're pushing with their hips, they get to here and then they get stuck, and then they drop down again. And then they go again, and then they drop down again. Think about this. I'm pushing with my hips, and when I get to the point where I can't go any further, I physically lift my outside foot off the mat, and I keep pushing. But the detail is, I don't lead with my knee. Because what happens is, when you lead with your knee, you get to there, and you still can't push with your hip. So when you push, you curl your right foot towards your butt, and you're leading with your hip. Does that make sense? So watch, we're going to do this as a solo drill. We're going to do it for 5, and you're going to alternate. So you can pretend to tie up the arm. If you're bridging to your left, you're going to put your right ear in your shoulder. You're going to look over your left shoulder. Your feet are as close to your butt as you can. And you're going to bridge up super slow. And when you get to the point you can't go any further, you're going to lift your right foot off the mat and push with your left. Curl your right foot back and keep driving with your hips. If that makes sense. Do it super slow. Get the angle. Lift your hips. Bridge. And curl up. And then you'll alternate and you'll be going the other side. So you look over your shoulder. You get to the point. You can't go any further. You bridge. And look up.